Welcome to the Power Play, Kinetic versus Potential. My name is Chelsea Bernardo, and we also have Michelle Lynch, who have worked on this lesson for you. So this lesson plan allows students to explore changes in potential and kinetic energy through science experiments, use of formulas, word problems, and a culminating STEM project. So to introduce this lesson, our engagement portion, we are going to show a roller coaster simulation. It does go full circle into our STEM project. From their hook, from asking those questions and looking at the roller coaster, they are going to make predictions as to which balloon of different masses will hit the ground first. We're going to introduce kinetic versus potential energy vocabulary at this point. And then we will have students transfer their new knowledge with the introduction of a ramp and a ball to determine where they believe the ball will be the fastest when in motion. Since the roller coaster, the introduction page does go into our assessment, our STEM project, we are going to talk about that here. So they are going to create a marble roller coaster using simple materials to observe and measure how potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. They're going to learn formulas to determine potential and kinetic, and then they are going to create a roller coaster using simple materials around the classroom, and that incorporate a ramp, a loop curve, and a flat section. They will be evaluated using the rubric seen here.
Okay, so during the exploration phase of this lesson plan, students will perform 3 experiments. The first explores the difference between potential and kinetic energy by dropping a ping pong ball onto a hard surface and then a soft surface. When the ball drops on the hard surface, it will deform slightly and then regain its shape and bounce. In this case, kinetic energy is transferred back into the ball. On the second ball drop, it lands on a soft surface, which absorbs the ball's kinetic energy, and so the ball doesn't bounce as much. The second experiment will explore how mass changes the energy. We will fill 2 balloons with sand, one with 50 grams and the other with 200 grams. Both will be dropped from the same height. The heavier balloon will have more deformation since it has a greater potential energy due to the increase in mass. And then the third experiment that the students will do is one that explores how height affects the distance a drop marble will strike the floor. The marble has potential energy as it's held at the top. This potential energy is converted to kinetic energy as the marble rolls down the ramp. And then the potential energy is increased as it is released higher up on the ramp. Next slide. During the explanation phase of this lesson plan, students will complete 3 tests. The first one is the students will explore potential energy and kinetic energy using formulas. They will perform calculations and analyze those results. The next thing the students will do is use a simulation to fill in 2 tables and then graph the results and make predictions. And finally, the students will use the formulas to complete a few word problems. Next. Okay, we wrote this lesson to use readily available material. Everything is things that people already should have in their classrooms. If executed as it is written, it is best suited for a STEM class, but it could easily be reworked and the science portion increased to be used in a science class. And we estimate, using the lesson plan as it is, it will take about 4 to 5 days. And that is it. Thank you.